back to They Did What? Your source for the internet's craziest, most entertaining stories where I go over them, analyze them, and most certainly make fun of them. Today I'm going to go over a story titled, I told my girlfriend that my uncle just passed away last night, and all she said was, damn, condolences. And a shout out to Bill for sending in this story. And guys, like the title said, this is about a guy who ultimately dumps his girlfriend because not only does she prove that she's cold and heartless, like you kind of hear in the title here, but also she's mental. And you're going to see real quick what I'm talking about here. And this story is a golden example for all you relationship guys out there. If your girl not only shows outright that she's cold and heartless, but more importantly, mental, you need to end the relationship ASAP and get as far away from her as possible. And if she behaves in a way that's criminal or puts a danger to you or your loved ones or your property, you need to take action about that and not just brush it off as her having a bad day or something like that, because it can come back to haunt you in multiple ways. And you're going to see here just that. Don't let fear of making it worse by reporting her to the police when it's warranted or something like that get in your way, because otherwise it can come back to bite you in the butt. And you're going to see right here is a perfect example of that. Says here, last night my uncle passed away. It hit me hard. It wasn't just some distant relative. He was someone really close to me and my family. I was with my cousins when I got the news, and we were all breaking down. In that heavy moment, I needed someone to talk to, so I FaceTimed the person I trusted the most, my girlfriend. Okay, yeah, if you got a girlfriend and, been with her a while, that should be the person that you can go to about things. Doesn't mean you bawl your eyes out and everything. Even though it's understandable you're hurt and mourning the loss of someone, don't bawl your eyes out and act like that, because as crazy as it is, they're going to lose respect for you. Never let them see you cry or expose your weaknesses. When she answered the FaceTime, I told her what happened. I didn't expect her to fix anything or know exactly what to say, but I at least thought that she'd be there for me. Instead, all I got was, damn, condolences. Not, are you okay? Not, do you want to talk? No, I'm here for you. Just that. So she's cold and heartless. Kind of surprised you didn't see this before. Things like this reveal true character. And I don't know why, but it stung. It felt cold, like I was talking to someone who didn't even know me. I hung up feeling worse than I did before the call. Well, right there, that is life's way of giving you a sign it's time to move on. When I tried to open up about how that response felt, she got defensive, told me I was being too sensitive, and said I was whining like a child, and that I was blaming her for how she reacted. Well, yes, I am blaming you for how you reacted, because you're a heartless cunt. She made me feel like I was wrong for expecting anything more. Well, brother, that's a sign to get away from her. She's heartless. The situation was reversed, and a loved one that she cared about, like not that she would care about anybody, because she can tell she's like a sociopath, and you did the same thing, she'd be whining and complaining about it to everybody will listen. But I wasn't expecting grand words. I just wanted some warmth, just something that reminded me that I wasn't alone. Well, you also have your friends and family for that, but yes, you would imagine your girlfriend has some sympathy. I don't know what hurt more, losing someone in my family or realizing that the person that I leaned on emotionally couldn't even hold me for 1 second without turning it into an argument. That's it. I just needed to let it out. But we're not done yet. Now, obviously, everybody mourns and goes through hard times and has loss in life. That's what life is, loss. But, and he's a little more emotional than he ought to be, in my opinion, for a guy, but he's young and, he'll harden it eventually, but still, she's pretty heartless. Well, now we're on to part 2, where you're going to see even more of that, and the crazy comes out. It's been a month since I broke up with my ex, and honestly, he broke up with her. But honestly, it's been a roller coaster. I did things with her for a lot of reasons, but one moment that really stuck with me was when my uncle passed away. I was grieving, trying to process everything, and her response was, "Damn, condolences." I don't know many. Some people would think too much about that, but it felt cold, dismissive, and it showed me how emotionally detached she was at times when I needed someone to lean on. That moment stuck in the back of my head. But that was not the only issue. Aha! Surprise, surprise. Whenever I tried to reach out to her, she always seemed unavailable. Either she already had plans, or she'd give us some flimsy excuse. It felt like I was putting in the effort to keep the connection alive, while she was just kept me on the back burner. Eventually, I realized I couldn't keep pouring myself into something where I was left hanging most of the time. This is a shitty relationship. This is probably just a guy she settled for, and Lord knows what she's doing on the side. Guys, if this sounds like your relationship, end it. You want her to be putting in the equal effort to be with you, talk to you, spend time with you. After we broke up, I thought things would just fade and we'd both move on. Wrong. Narcissist psychos don't like being dumped. But now she's begging me to come back. Oh, you should say, damn, condolences. She said stuff like, you're trying to make me hate you. Or if you want me to stop caring, then I will. Caring? I haven't seen any care, honey. It's manipulative, and it got even worse. She threatened that if I don't reply to her, she will harm herself. We've heard that a lot. Again, more of the psycho. Okay, fine. Call the police for a wellness check or something like that. That messed me up because it feels like she's using guilt to try to pull me back in. That's exactly what she's doing. She's manipulating you. That's one of the tactics they use. She's a narcissist. She's a sociopath. On top of that, she somehow got into my personal account, changed the password, and locked me out. Aha! That's criminal. Dude, police. I had to make a new one just to be able to move around online again. It feels invasive, like even after breaking up, she's not respecting boundaries. Dude, she never respected anything about you. I don't know what she's trying to achieve by all this. I broke up with her because of how drained I felt and because she wasn't really there for me when it mattered. Now she's pushing even harder, but all it's doing is confirming why I had to walk away in the first place. I don't hate her, but I can't go back to someone who made me feel so unsupported and now tries to control me with guilt. And yeah, control you with guilt, and she's hacking into your stuff. Dude, no, you need to report her. At least wellness check, so if she does something, someone can't say that you knew about it, you didn't do anything, because that could happen. And also, police, look what she's doing. But now it's going to get worse. Now, real quick, he has some more comments in the comments section before we get to the real dirt on this story. More information about her, why you need to report someone like this. He also includes that he says, yeah, exactly. The whole hacking part really crossed the line for me. She got into my personal email, which had almost all of my linked accounts in there, and just took over. I had to scramble to reset and secure everything because she literally changed my passwords and locked me out. Okay, passwords, plural, as in she went into other accounts of his and was changing things around. That's criminal. That's not just crossing the boundaries, that's straight up violating my privacy. And what makes it even heavier is that we've been together for almost 4 years. I never thought she'd be capable of doing something like that, but now looking back, it just proves I made the right decision walking away. Another thing he says is, yeah, I think you're right. I know the ending her self-talk is manipulation, but it still gets in my head sometime. Hence, she's being successful in manipulating you, dude. Don't fall for it. I already started changing all my passwords, but what scares me the most is that we only live 15 minutes apart. I'm honestly afraid she might show up and stalk me if she gets desperate enough. Okay, don't be afraid of a girl, but let's be mindful and wary what can happen. Now on to the final update, really making the point why you report someone that's acting crazy or acting criminal or something like that. He says here, and by the way, the original story was like a year ago. And then the part 2 I just read, the update was like 10 months ago, and this one's recent, to show you they don't let things go. He says, about 2 weeks ago, something happened that I still can't fully process. I was walking home from my house to 7-Eleven at night. And mind you, we broke up like a year ago. We live about 15-20 minutes apart and use the same road, and I ended up running into her. At first, she was crying. I tried to keep it calm and said something like, hey, it's been long, why don't you try to move on already? Uh-oh, that's going to set her off. I think that triggered something. She suddenly pulled out a cutter and started attacking me. What is she doing? When he says cutter, either it's let's just say it's some sharp object. Maybe it's a box cutter or it's something sharp. And now she's attacking him. Perfectly made the point of what she's like. I tried to stop her, but I panicked and used my arms and hands to shield myself, which honestly just made things worse. I ended up getting stabbed multiple times in the shoulder, back, and neck, along with smaller cuts from trying to defend myself. Holy crap. Look, if someone pulls a knife on you, the best thing, you can have all the martial arts and self-defense military training ever, you're going to get cut no matter what and stabbed. I mean, trying to disarm them. The best thing to do is is take off, and hopefully she can't throw it at you in the back of your leg or your back. Not there and acting like you're fucking, I don't know, Chuck Norris or something like that. Get out of there. But there you go. Psycho. This is why I should have reported her. I eventually lost consciousness. When I woke up, someone was crying near me. A random student who had been walking home and found me. They called the police. I don't fully remember and what happened right after that, but I was taken care of and survived. Well, thank God he survived. Now do you think it's time to report her to the police? I mean, she could have ended his life. She attacked him. There's the proof. She ran away, and from what I heard, her family is hiding her now. I'm recovering physically, but mentally, it's a lot to deal with. And if anything, this confirmed for me I made the right decision. I don't hate her, but I'm done completely. Yeah, I would imagine so, dude. If you want more context, you can check my post from about 8 months ago. I'll try to update again when I can. That's his abrupt ending. I don't hear anything about reporting her to the police. I mean, I would imagine the police and the district attorney and all the king's horses and all the king's men should be hunting her down. She deserves to be behind bars. And if she truly is mental, whether she is or not, she'll probably try to just claim crazy. But as I point out, guys, you can't let stuff go. Well, he's afraid it's gonna get worse. Does it have to get worse next time, or somebody cares about hurt? You can't let this shit slide. So, guys, someone's showing you the crazy, handle it accordingly and report them, and preferably get on video too. Now, here's some more in the comment section. He says, thank you to everybody who's been checking in and leaving kind messages. I really appreciate it. I'm doing okay, but not fully okay yet. I have a lot of small cuts and a few deeper wounds, especially around my neck, so recovery has been a bit rough. Physically, I'm healing, just slowly, and mentally, it's still a lot to process. As for my ex, she's still nowhere to be found. From what I've heard, her family's hiding her. Well, that if he reports her to the police and all that, then the family, they're aiding and abetting. No, that's not aiding and abetting, my mistake, but they're hiding her. That's a problem. I've also been getting a lot of hate from some of her friends, saying I deserved what happened and sending me pretty messed up messages. I won't lie, that part's been really depressing on top of everything else. She attacked him with a weapon, sharp object, all over. He's in the hospital. And he's saying he deserved that for ending it with her? They're all psycho too. He says, right now I'm just trying to focus on healing and taking things one day at a time. The support I've gotten here honestly helps me more than you think. Well, we support you, dude. But we also want to smack you upside the head because you haven't mentioned anything about reporting her to the police. That's assault. You need to die to freaking learn your lesson here? So, gentlemen, there's a lesson here. You start seeing crazy, or someone's cold and heartless, that usually leads to some sociopathic, narcissistic ways. End it. Get out of there. And watch your back for a long time. This happened a year after you broke up with her. She hasn't gotten over it. They can't take rejection. And if it isn't you, it's your loved ones, your house, your property, all that. You gotta watch your back. And you report them when they're demonstrating threats or doing anything criminal. My God. But hopefully he learns. But we'll be looking for some updates here. All right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Have you ever dealt with some kind of crazy like that? You broke up with a girl, couldn't take it. Next thing you know, she's showing up and, doing things that can get her put behind bars. I'd like to hear about that. And how did you handle it? I'm assuming you reported to the authorities, for heaven's sake. Better than this guy. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.